guys, I'm back with a Mr. Nightmare video for you guys today. If you guys notice my voice is a bit funky, I am a little bit sick at the moment, so don't mind that. Doing alright for now. Kind of barfed yesterday, but you know, I'm doing great. Not really, but... So here I have two true scary Thanksgiving and Black Friday stories, so I assume it's one and one because there's two stories. We are nearing the American Thanksgiving. When I saw this title, I was like, oh, Canadian, like our Thanksgiving was in October, so ours has gone already, but I was like, wait a second, it's November, it's about mid-November, and I know Thanksgiving is coming up for Americans, and Black Friday is, I believe, like the day right after that, or 2 days after that, I don't know. So I guess this is going to be a good fit, because it is basically mid-November, so I think this will be a good little fit here. So two true scary Thanksgiving and Black Friday horror stories. It doesn't say horror stories, but I assume they're horror stories. It's about 10 minutes long. I'm excited. Don't really know what to expect here, because I know that some people got crazy on Black Friday, but I don't know about Thanksgiving, like what could really happen on Thanksgiving, but I guess we'll find out. So, before we get started, be sure to give this video a like if you do end up enjoying it. Be sure to subscribe if you have not done so already. And be sure to turn on post notifications and comment any suggestions you have down below. I will try doing more suggestions, no promises, but I will try. And yeah, let's go. This ought to be good.
My dad has always been too nice of a guy, like a pushover. I'll just start the story with that.
Okay.
I don't say it for no reason. We live in uptown Chicago. We don't have a huge family, so our Thanksgiving and Christmas gatherings are always small, like less than 6 people. This was Thanksgiving night of last year, 2019. Dinner was almost done already. My dad was picking up some last-minute foods like stuffing and cranberry sauce at the corner store since we didn't have any.
Okay.
My mom and I started setting the table, while my brother and grandparents sat at the table. My dad finally returned, but with more than just stuffing and cranberry sauce, though. He brought someone along with him. It was this middle-aged, dirty-looking man in a green puffer jacket and black pants.
Who the fuck is he?
He looked homeless. My dad introduced the man as Stefan, and said he would be joining us for dinner tonight. My brother and I exchanged surprised, uncomfortable looks. Then my mom and I did the same. As my dad started preparing the stuffing, he was telling us how he met Stefan alone in the cold streets, and said we as a Christian family should do the right thing and invite him into dinner, as no one should be alone on Thanksgiving.
That's a nice thing
My
to
grandma
do.
invited the man to sit with us. I could tell my mom wasn't comfortable with this, as she whispered stuff in my dad's ear. Too late now, though. The man was already seated at the table. Good thing I didn't sit next to him, because I could smell his clothes from across the table. I didn't understand what my dad was thinking with this.
It's
When
a
all
good
the
deed,
food
though.
was finally on the table, everyone sat down, and we did our prayer. My brother and grandma attempted to hold hands with Stefan, but he didn't grab their hands back. I low-key watched him as we all prayed, and he just sat there, his eyes bulgingly wide, his mouth not moving. He just sat there like he didn't want to be there. After the prayer, we all began to eat, and at least 3 of my family members tried talking to him at some point.
Like, don't want to leave, get
He
out.
didn't seem friendly at all, though. His responses were very dry and one-wordish.
Okay, get
Made
out.
the dinner a little uncomfortable.
Get out.
I didn't know what my dad saw in this man, or why he felt comfortable bringing him into our home. I get trying to help the needy, but there was another way to do it than this. He helped himself to some food, but even the way he ate was really messy. Like his fingers were really greasy, some food got in his hair. It wasn't pleasant to watch. Now you may think I'm just trash-talking a homeless person, so let's move past that. Eventually Stefan said, "Excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom." My dad pointed him in the direction of the bathroom, which was down the half flight of stairs down the hall to the left.
Okay, well, since he's sus, watch
He got
him.
up, not saying thank you, and followed the directions. Once we were sure he was out of earshot, my mom and grandparents started asking questions like, what the hell is wrong with my dad bringing that man in here? My dad whispered that he felt terrible and wanted to do something right. My mom questioned how we were going to get him out of here now. My dad insisted that we were being good people, though, and that we'd agree eventually. We continued eating, until my brother asked, "Where is he? He's been gone a while." We all agreed it was strange, so my dad went down the stairs to the bathroom to look. He came back up a few seconds later saying he wasn't in the bathroom. My grandma's looked very distressed as my grandpa started cursing in Italian. My brother, my dad, and I started checking the whole apartment. My dad was calling Stefan's name the whole time. We checked all the bedrooms, all the closets. Somehow he wasn't anywhere. However, the window in my parents' room was open, enough for someone to climb through. So we assumed the obvious. My mom came in yelling at my dad that this is what happens for him being stupid and letting a potentially dangerous person into our home. We all had to agree, sadly. My dad closed the window, and we tried to go about the rest of our dinner normally.
He's probably still in the
Of
house.
course, the whole time we talked about the bizarre encounter. After dinner, we had dessert. Then eventually my grandparents left. The four of us cleaned up the table and dishes. And a couple hours later, everyone dispersed to their rooms for bed. I'm being very loose with the time frame because this was almost a year ago, but I believe it was another hour later that I finally turned off my TV for bed. The silence in the room allowed me to hear it. The breathing.
Oh my
I
god.
heard it in my room. Not my breathing. I was frozen stiff. I didn't even want to move or sit up. I didn't know where exactly in the room it was coming from. I just looked for the door to my room, trying to sum up the courage to run. I heard the faintest shuffling sounds, like of the fabric of a jacket, and I heard, almost in my ear, shh, and a hand pressed down on my neck. That's when
What?
the scream I'd been building up exploded out of my mouth.
Oh
as
my
I
god,
literally
where the fuck did
sprang
he
out
come
of the bed
from?
and into the hall, calling for my dad. Everyone came out from their rooms.
I assume he was under the
down
bed?
hall toward my room when I said Stefan's in there. Shockingly, Stefan stepped out from my room, looked at us, and walked out the front door as my dad yelled at him to get out.
The
Of course,
fuck?
without getting physical because he's a big softie. Stefan was long gone by the time police finally showed up. The police said the important thing was that he left and none of us were hurt, and now just to make sure to lock the door and windows.
Exactly.
They took our description of Stefan and they left. I like to think my dad learned his lesson from that. You can't trust everyone you meet.
That sucks though, because like there could be someone that actually really needs your help, but then a different story like that may prevent you from helping someone actually in need. Fucking people, man.
For Black Friday a few years ago, I went to Best Buy. Well, technically it was midnight the night before Black Friday. My local Best Buy is always open late the night before Black Friday. I went with my best friend Taylor to look
It's a
for a new
long ass lineup.
laptop and maybe whatever other stuff caught my eye.
Super long lineup.
We split off to look for our own things. While browsing the laptop section, someone in a blue Best Buy shirt approached me asking if I needed help. I gave him specific specs I was interested in, and he started looking around with me. He showed me one laptop he claimed he really liked, then asked me what it was I'd be doing with the laptop. I found it to be a slightly odd question, but maybe it was part of his sales pitch.
Makes
I
sense.
said just for school and general web browsing.
Like I got asked that too. Like, what do you need the laptop
At this
for?
point, though, he seemed more interested in me rather than helping me.
Oh.
Like, he was asking a bunch of personal questions, like where I'm from, where I go to school, etc.
That's
I
weird.
don't want to sound self-absorbed, but I do get a decent amount of male attraction when I go out. Anyway, I started realizing he seemed to be hitting on me. I found him overall creepy, so I reminded him politely about the laptop and that I was in a hurry. He was relentless, though. He actually asked for my phone number after that. I made it clear to him I was uninterested.
Not
Luckily, I
interested.
locked eyes with Taylor, who happened
Thank
to
you,
be walking
next.
over, and I mouthed the word help to her. She understood, and she came over and called my name, saying, "Come and hurry." I said, "Sorry, I have to go," to the creepy guy, and followed Taylor away. We walked to the other side of the store. I told her I didn't want to see that guy again. He
I
was
don't think
obsessive and creepy and
I don't-
didn't get the hints.
I don't think he's a real
We left
employee.
the store after that with plans of going shopping elsewhere tomorrow. We were both starving though, so we went to the nearby diner, which is open 24/7. We sat at a booth and looked at the menu. The place was practically empty at this hour, except for a lone man sitting at the bar, seemingly looking at the menu as well.
Mm-hmm.
His back was to me. I didn't notice him there 5 minutes earlier. He was in a gray jacket, but I recognized his hair. I whispered to Taylor to look at him. As we looked at him, he tried to subtly turn to look at us, but when he realized we were already staring, he looked away. It was him, the Best Buy worker. "Oh my God, he followed us," I whispered. "Let's go," I said, and we got up and left the diner. We hurried to my car, and I drove us home to my house as fast as I could.
Make sure I'm not being followed.
Taylor was sleeping over that night. To put it short, eventually there were 3 slow knocks on the living room window. We both shrieked and didn't know what to do. My apartment is on the bottom floor. Tim, we kept saying. We went to the window, but oddly couldn't see outside, like total blackness. The view of outside was blocked. We were too creeped out. We had to call the cops. When we got a knock on the door from police, we immediately felt safer.
Is it actually the police?
So it turned out the reason we couldn't see out the window is because a shirt was hung over the window, blocking view in or outside.
Yep.
Not just any shirt, a blue Best Buy shirt. Pinned to the shirt
Fuck,
was
that's
a
creepy.
Post-it note that said, "I don't work at Best Buy, bitch."
I knew it.
So the police recommended I file a harassment charge. But the problem was I didn't know his name or who it was. They said I could get a lawyer and get the surveillance footage from Best Buy to find the guy.
Good.
But it sounded like a lot of work. I let it go, but I stayed at Taylor's apartment for a few days. I still can't believe that guy followed us all the way to my house. Some people are dangerously crazy.
Some people will do just about anything. And that's the scary part, you don't know who. That's fucking, like, I knew he didn't work at Best Buy. Because at first I was like, what do you know about the laptop? Like, the laptop I'm watching this video on right now, I was looking for a laptop, obviously. It was at Staples or something. I don't know if you guys have Staples in America, but we have it in Canada. So it's kind of like an electronic store, other stuff too. Anyways, so yeah, I'm there kind of looking for a laptop. I think it was Staples. I don't fucking know. I think it was. I have the box, like my stand, like my camera is literally on the box that I got the laptop from. It's an HP laptop. So basically they were kind of like, what do you want it? Like, what do you use it for? Which makes sense. Like, do you want it for school? Do you want it for gaming? Because for gaming, you would need a gaming laptop because then it would, like, the software would run better, it wouldn't lag, it wouldn't do all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Which makes sense. Like, what kind of laptop do you want? What are you looking for? What do you need it for, right? Anything beyond that, like, where do you live? How... I'm not going to finish that question. Where do you live? What's your phone number? What's your address? No. Nothing to do with the laptop. Don't ask me that shit. Again, I'll let the normal questions slide, like what do you want a laptop for? Again, that makes sense. That's a totally valid question. Anything beyond that? No. Anything besides laptop? No. I knew he didn't work at Best Buy. I just fucking knew it. Like, I don't, because a Best Buy worker wouldn't do that on a shift. Like, I'm not saying a Best Buy worker can't be creepy. Of course they can. Anybody can be creepy. A security guard, a cop, anybody can be sus and creepy. But unless you really wanted to lose your job, then you wouldn't do that at work. My question is, where the fuck did you get a Best Buy shirt? Did you just buy it? Like, you can't fucking buy a Best Buy shirt. Like, employees get it. Like, I know that people get it from somewhere. Just don't know where. Maybe a former employee, and then I don't fucking know, but... I honestly don't know, but how do you get away with that either? Like, you're literally in a Best Buy in a uniform that no one knows you. Aren't they gonna question you saying, like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? Now, that's for that story. Just be careful if they're following you. Make sure that they obviously didn't check to make sure that he wasn't following them home. That was their mistake. It was also their mistake that they didn't watch to make sure that he wasn't following from Best Buy to the diner. So that was all their bad. The guy was sus 100%, but it was their fault for not being more observant and being more cautious. So that's for the second story. The first story, again, it sucks because, like, let's say someone actually does need to come in and then have dinner with you, or, like, not necessarily have dinner with you, but, like, let's say someone really needs your help, like, really needs to use the phone, and then you let them in, and then they kill you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like those people are the people that are going to prevent actual people that need help from getting inside a house to get the actual help that they need. Because, again, that family had that story, then watch. Anytime someone comes up to them saying, I need help, they're not going to believe it because of that guy. And for all we know, let's say 6 people in their lifetime go to that house. The first one was sus, the other 5 actually needed help. They said no to all of them because of that first guy. Like, you get what I mean? That's what I hate. Like, I want to help people too, but again, you can't trust anybody. If you could and you knew that they weren't going to do anything, okay, cool, but that's not what, like, you don't know that, right? So my point being is, like, it sucks because, like, you can't even know who you can trust. Like, you can't trust anybody. You can't trust everybody. Like, it's scary. Like, you want to help, but then, like, you don't want to die. Like, you want to help someone, you don't want to die, right? So I guess use your best judgment when it comes to helping people If they seem sus, they probably are. Trust your gut. If it's anything sus and creepy, then it's probably sus and creepy. Don't test it. Don't tempt it. Whatever the fuck that I meant to say there. You know what? Just don't. Just don't. Again, just use your better judgment. Think about it. Like, think of what you're doing. See how they're acting towards you. Of course, anybody can act cool, then kill you in your house. But you know what I mean? Like, at least at that point, it's not necessarily your fault. But yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys do have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to give this video a like. Be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications as well. And with that being said, happy early Thanksgiving. Happy early Black Friday. Actually, this video's... Wait, no, it's going to be posted. Okay, yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, happy early, all that crap. And yeah, that's going to be it. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Deuces.